So what is copywriting and why is everybody talking about it?
Copywriting.
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 Copywriters who generate demand through compelling words.
So Google defines copywriting as writing text as promotions or advertisements for businesses. Translation, a salesperson behind the keyboard. All the text that you come across on websites, that is copywriting. All of the YouTube video ads and the Instagram ads, those are copywriting too. And all of the marketing emails in your Gmail inbox are all written by copywriters. So, the funny thing with copywriting is that most people already understand what it is. They just don't call it copywriting. But yes, all of those things that you see are written by copywriters. So now you're really realizing that copywriting is everywhere. You just simply haven't called it copywriting before. A lot of people would already know this as something like digital marketing or just advertising. But what is a freelance copywriter and why is freelance copywriting one of the best ways to actually start making money online in 2024? So look, after making over 10K per month myself without any prior experience and quitting all 3 of my 9-to-5 jobs, I've also helped a few students do the same. And I can say without a doubt that copywriting is one of the best opportunities to start making money online. Because the fact of the matter is that all of my students who are now making over 10K a month and all of my students who have quit their 9-to-5 jobs to work from home or work from wherever they want in the world and make as much money as they want have all started by coming across a YouTube video on this very copywriting channel. So if you want to know how they did it and how copywriting actually works, allow me to explain. So look, I tried it all. I tried all the popular business models. I'm talking about drop shipping, affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, YouTube automation, and eventually I stumbled across copywriting and found out that it is by far the most effective way for beginners to start making money online. And of course, that's for a few reasons. If we're going to look at this objectively and put my own biases aside, let's look at the actual things that you want from a beginner business model. So of course, number one, we want things that are beginner friendly. There's no reason to start a business if it's going to be super complicated. You're going to have to learn all this software and tech stuff. Number two is that it has no upfront costs. What's the use of starting an online business if you have to put money into it first? It doesn't really make any sense. We're here because we don't have as much money as we want to have. So why spend money before we actually make it? Number three, we want something with little to no luck involved. We don't want to have to depend on an algorithm. Number four, we want to make money quickly after we actually start. And number five, we want something with transferable skills, meaning skills that will actually help us in the long run. So now let's compare our perfect business model to freelance copywriting. So with freelance copywriting, it is super beginner friendly. You don't need to have any prior past experience and you can start as long as you know how to operate a keyboard in a Google Doc. It's not like something with dropshipping where you have to learn ads or you have to learn to set up pages right off the bat. All you really need is your ability to write. Number two, there's also literally zero upfront costs with copywriting, unlike stuff like dropshipping where you have to set up stores and you have to pay for these softwares right off rip. You actually don't need any money to start with copywriting at all. Another thing about copywriting is that it doesn't depend on luck. It doesn't depend on popping off on an algorithm like if you're trying to become an influencer on TikTok or if you're trying to build your own YouTube automation business. Copywriting is completely skill-based, okay? It's completely skill-based. And the fact of the matter is that you probably have a few things that you're already skilled at. If you play guitar, if you have a hobby, these are things that you started from nothing. You started, you sucked, then you got skilled at them. And copywriting is the exact same way. As long as you're able to put in the reps and become skilled at something, now you're able to increase your billable worth and make more money over the long term. And one of the best parts about copywriting is that you can make money almost as soon as you start. You don't have to wait. You don't have to build something up for the long term before you can start seeing cash in your bank account. And look, I know this is a big claim and you're probably skeptical, so let me actually provide you with some proof from one of my private students that I actually train one-to-one. And his name is Aiden. And as you can see, he says here, thanks man, that's super kind. So I have one client. It was my third outreach ever in January. I messaged a guy with a bunch of companies asking who does their email marketing and sales funnels, etc. He got back to me and said that he needs a copywriter to write their social media posts and said that they'd take me up on the free trial work I offered them. They loved what I'd done and offered me to start working with them. This is a software company, and then he kind of goes on for a little bit longer. And as you can see, he says, also, just sent out my highest copywriting invoice so far, $1,580, which means a total of $4,300 since my first paycheck in March, meaning he's been doing this for just a couple months, already made over $4,000. And while sure, you might not be as lucky as Aiden, the best part about copywriting is that you can still start making money as soon as 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after you actually start. And lastly, man, copywriting is such a transferable skill. It's actually hard for me to come up with some realm of my life where copywriting doesn't somehow help me. I mean, if I were to think about all of my business models, like copywriting's helped me get bigger on YouTube, helped me get bigger on Instagram, build my own personal brand, build my own business with my own offer and everything else in between. And it all started when I learned what copywriting is just 2 years ago. Oh yeah, and did I mention that you can actually learn copywriting for free? That's right, you don't have to buy some $1,000 course in order to start learning copywriting. In fact, you can learn right here on YouTube. So here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna put one video on screen now, which is my complete 4-hour free copywriting course that will teach you everything you need to know about copywriting, start to finish. Essentially, it is one of those $1,000 courses that I mentioned, but instead of selling it for $1,000, I just uploaded it for free on YouTube. Furthermore, I will also leave a playlist on screen now that you can check out, which is essentially an interview of my top students and how they were able to crack the 10K a month mark and how you can do it as well by following their advice too. So now you know what copywriting is. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.